Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to do a little bit of a video response to Brenda Crozier's video on altars. And Brenda, I love your enthusiasm and your delight, and so I wanted to share. I don't classify myself as Wiccan or even necessarily pagan. I'm still sort of working out my spirituality and my spiritual practice. But I'll show you, but I do have altars. I consider home in general a sacred space, so I tend to have a lot of little spaces around my house that just remind me of the sacred, which to me has a lot to do with the energy of the earth and the life force of the plants, and the cycle of the cycles of the seasons, and also how I interact with those. And also it has to do with creating artwork. So I'll start down here, which is my, this is my workspace. That's where I sit. There's my cameras and my drawing table. There's going to be another work table here. But so this is my little altar here. Now, and a lot of my house that I've just been in now for a couple of months, I've sort of, I don't know if you want to call it dedicated, but the energy here is about Baba Yaga. The mythological crone from Eastern Europe. There are different fairy tales and stories about her, and she can be a very demanding task mistress, but if you are pure of heart, you will gain boons from her, but you must be pure of heart and intention. So this is Baba Yaga's house. So that's one of my Baba Yagas. Actually, Jackie Moon Mother had painted that one. I got it from her. So now this altar's probably going to move in the wintertime because I'm going to be having fires here. But for right now, I just have it set up here on the side. I've made some altar cloths. This one is for the summertime, so that's why it's the yellow. And I have one of my tarot decks down here. I don't do tarot the way most people do tarot. I kind of do it my own way, which is kind of embarrassing to even talk about, so I won't bother. But I have some incense down here. This is where I would burn my resins and those sort of things. But this is Saraswati. She is the Hindu goddess of knowledge and art. So I like to keep her in my creative space. This is, I guess, sort of dedicated to her a little bit. And I have my bowl of crystals there, and I have a collection of crow feathers. And I have some little pieces here that are sort of an acknowledgement of my Eastern European background. That's a kogut, a roaster from Poland, and the little egg, and that's my father that passed on a few years now, when he was a young man working at, I think, the steel mill. And there's also a Baba Yaga necklace that I made. I had gotten the little this piece here, and then created using different stones that were representative to different things for me. There's also an old bangle from an organization that I used to belong to a long time ago, astrological bangle. And I have just a few different crystals here. And then my crow fetish, that's Native American, and a wisdom tooth that I had removed not too long ago. So all these are just kind of personal symbols for me that I might not even be able to very adequately explain. So there is that, and let's go upstairs. I have a few different things upstairs. You get a little tour of the house this way too. So in the kitchen I always keep a couple little altars. I have another Baba Yaga here. little Baba Yaga plaque, and we're gonna focus here. Not very well. So that's my Baba Yaga plaque and my special spoon that I use for stirring some of my fermentation things. A gardenia, I found a gardenia out in my backyard, and an evil eye. And that's the backyard. And actually in the backyard, if you see that one plant that's up on the pedestal, that is a tulsi, which is a Indian basil. And in the Hindu religion, tulsi is actually a symbol of Vishnu. The, let me see, Vishnu is the preserver, I believe. And that below it is it's just a regular basil plant. And then I have a couple little, I have Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is symbolic of the mother again, and also my Catholic upbringing. And then a Buddha, because I am very much inclined towards Buddhist philosophy. And I have another Baba Yaga here, which is I think the one that Jackie's painting is based on. I got a print of this. I forget the artist's name. And she's going to go in here somewhere. Oops. And let's see. And then I have another Baba Yaga altar here, just sort of the entrance to the house. She's a nesting doll from Poland, and you have her little hut on chicken legs there, and the little egg. And then I have a few stones here. I have some hematite and garnet, carnelian, tiger eye, and a crystal point. And I have some rose petals around that I brought from my home in California before I left, and the first rose that bloomed here. And that's one of my pieces of artwork there. There's a bunch of my artwork around here. You can't see it well. Anyway. And then I actually am fortunate enough in my house to have a meditation room. I haven't started doing yoga in here yet, but it would be good for a yoga room. Very sparsely, sparsely decorated. And this is my, how do I want to put it? It isn't an homage, but it is my, to keep my awareness on my Aikido practice. I have a black belt in Aikido. I had practiced for probably about 12 or 13 years before I moved. I haven't found a dojo here yet, but this belonged to my sensei who passed on, so I have that there, and I have some of my Zen books and my Aikido books, and that's my it's got a name, Shosho, I think. It is the certificate for my black belt. And then I have some artwork of my own in here. And this is my cushion where I sit, and I have Green Tara, who is like a Kuan Yin. She is representative of compassion, and we all need compassion. And Medicine Buddha, since one of the things that I deal with in this lifetime are my health anxiety and that sort of thing. And then I have another set of Russian tarot here that I pull every day, and my incense. And, oops, sorry. And that's pretty much it. Those are my little altars. Oh, actually, no, I do have one more. I knew there was another one. It's in my bedroom. I have another Buddha altar right here, just up on my dresser. And I have some bloodstone, I think, some more hematite, and black obsidian. And this was my mother's. I mean, my mother's still alive, but it was hers. So that's about it. And I hope you enjoyed that. All right, bye.